Good morning everyone and welcome to another episode of Cinnamon Stitches. I'm your yarn host Jennifer. Today we're going to cover a few things, but to start with, I finished my craft room. So I wanted to take you guys on a quick little tour and show you what we've done. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, so to start, the entrance to my craft room is these double doors. This one always stays closed. I locked it at the bottom. And we'll just open this and go on in. The wonderful thing about my craft room is it has this full-length mirror. So I can always see myself. Actually, the house, when we bought it, it came like that. And since there's gym equipment in here, it kind of seems perfect. So on this side, we have my elliptical and my recumbent bike. But we're not really here to see the gym aspect. And that is usually the background to where I do my business and work, which is the computer over here. And that's all set up so that I can do my next video. And then we have new storage. This 2-piece set right here, I got as a 6-piece set with these pieces. And I got that at the thrift store. I got it at Goodwill for a grand total of $35. Amazing deal. So I will open all those cabinets and show you. But that's my new storage. Most of my furniture, well, all of my furniture in the craft room are actually Goodwill finds. I'm going to back up and show you this wall. All right, so we got 2 rather large bookcases, both of which I paid about $15 for. And they are top to bottom yarn. The cake shelf right there is actually 3 layers deep. So what you see there is times 3. There's 3 layers of cakes on that shelf. And then the top layer up there on top of the shelf is my, I think it's Dreamy from AC Moore. And then just below that is the giant Endless Impeccable from Michaels. And then on the other shelf is my Mickey Mouse book stands with the mini skein packs from AC Moore. And then the beautiful Brunhilde wearing my Americana shawl. And that is the gorgeous rug that I made that Brunhilde actually just adores. She is wrought iron, so she really appreciates having something soft under her feet so she doesn't scratch my floors. And over here, on the bottom shelf here, you can see that there is the fashion bags from AC Moore. I keep most of those in the bags just because they have a nice handle. And I like to keep them nice and tidy. Then we have Happy Mail that's going to be going out today. And then this is my basket I made with some cakes of yarn in it. And the bottom shelf has all kinds of mismatch, but there's also fabric down there. And my button jar. And this is a mix of Premier Yarn balls, like the Luna and the Spangle, mixed with some of the yarn I got from DBNY. And there is my awesome crochet hook from Crystal Crochet and Stuff. And I want to show you this. This says No Drama Llama. My cabinet opens up, and that is mostly Hobby Lobby. Well, this is the Hobby Lobby clearance right here. This is Premier Yarns. This is Premier Yarns. This is Premier Yarns. Hobby Lobby Homespun. So those are all my really squishy yarns. Let me come in here. That's my little turtle. My Luna Spangle. I'll close that up. This shelf right here, actually, when we brought it in the house, it fell apart. The doors came out. There was a shelf in the center that fell out, and the part where it attaches up here at the top, like, fell apart. But I'm very handy, and I got my husband's drill out and some wood glue, and I fixed it all up. Now it's good as new. And then over here, we have another drawer. So I have some of my favorite things displayed. I just picked up Mary Poppins yesterday. And then, let's see if I can use my foot to open that. These are my not so favorite yarns. There's some of my favorites in there, but some of my not so favorites. I don't really like the dark colors displayed because I'm not a big fan of dark colors, but they are useful and they are necessary. So that is my room. Oh, that's my hand-dyed yarns. Alright guys, I'm gonna set up for the video and give you one last peek. Oh, check out this. My fancy light. I made that from stuff I found at the Goodwill. Pretty cool. Alright, I'm gonna flip it around. Try this from a new angle and see how it works. Yeah, so I wanted to show you guys some happy mail that I received from Crystal. Well, it's winnings, but it's happy mail because there's yarn inside. I won the Cheddar Thread entry to her bag make along, which I'm super excited about. And to start with, the prize that was inside was crab bag. This is from Ella, no catchy name, and it's Mickey Mouse, and we all know I love my Mickey Mouse. And there's Mickey Mouse inside too. And this is a hook case, but more importantly, it's an eyeglass case. It fits my glasses perfectly. So that's what it has been used for and probably will continually be used for because I don't have an eyeglass case right now. My son actually kind of destroyed mine when I first got my glasses months ago. And so this is nice and padded and it keeps my glasses where I can find them because I lose them often. I don't wear them as often as I'm supposed to, and so I lose them a lot. You know how that goes. Well, some people know how that goes. If you got glasses, you know how that goes. So, see what else is in my bag from Crystal. There's a wonderful card inside, and I am not going to read it to you guys because to me it is extremely personal, and it kind of got me a little teary-eyed when I read it. Little kitty cat. Okay. My lovely card. And I don't know if you can see, but that's my other card from Crystal. So I keep these and I display them so that, you know, if I want to go back and read them, I can. And then these cute little sticky notes. Pineapple, banana, totally tropical. So cute. And then this clipboard, which I can finally take it out of the plastic and keep it out. I've taken it out and played with it over and over again because I think it is so cute. It is the cutest thing ever. Look at clip. It's an actual clipboard, but actual sticky notes. Cute, right? And I always need little notes when I'm in here working. Isn't that cute? And it's got a little magnet on it. And then my favorite part is the yarn. So this is Shawl in a Ball from Line brand, and it's in the color Lotus Blossom. How gorgeous is that? Sparkly and beautiful. Gorgeous. So that was my prize for my very first ever make along, crochet along, which made me super excited. And then I guess I'll show you what I've been working on. It has not been a lot. I have had a bad case of crochet block. There's been so much going on, and with rearranging the room and getting everything clean, this room was a disaster. There was boxes. If you guys follow me on Instagram, there was boxes of yarn on the floor that needed to be put away. Basically everything that was in the 6 pieces was out. And this shelf right here was double stacked. So what you see there was a whole set of yarn in front of it. So it was double stacked on that shelf. So that came down and it was all in a pile on the floor. And I had to move the furniture around. That elliptical. Okay, that thing always gives me a hard time running on it because, well, it's an elliptical. It fights me, but it fought me even worse when I had to move that thing by myself. I had to call my 14-year-old daughter in here. I'm like, help mommy move this, because my husband's at work when I'm doing this, because honestly, it's better that he's not here when I'm cleaning like that, because I get like really, I get a little bit crazy. And so I'd rather him just be further away from me so that I don't have to deal with him trying to tell me what I should do or how I should do it, or you know how husbands can get. So move that thing by itself, and that is easily 300-400 pounds. It may even be more. So yeah, things have been crazy. And then we're doing back to school shopping, because school is what, 16 or 17 days away. Yeah, high school and kindergarten. First year for high school, first year for school ever for my 4-year-old, almost 5-year-old. And then his birthday is the day before my birthday, so we got 2 birthdays coming up. And I got married on my birthday, so my wedding anniversary is coming up. So we got there's a lot going on. And then with taking my sister back to the train station, dropping her off, and things have been a little bit crazy around here. So I haven't really had time to crochet, and then when I sit down to crochet, I'm not feeling it. And I'm working on a watermelon shawl right now, and it is with this yarn, which is bamboo pop. It says it's a size 3, but I really think this is a size 2. And I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I've been working on it for several weeks now, and I cannot. Oh, it's so tedious. And it's going to be beautiful when it's done, but I am getting rid of that yarn. So that yarn right there, I have 12 more balls of it because I got it with a mystery bag. That is probably going to be in my birthday giveaway. So if you guys like bamboo pop, hey, you got a chance to win it. But what I have been able to finish is I made this cowl. And this yarn is a mandala that I got at the thrift store. It was a partially used cake, and I left it out, and the puppy ate it, part of it. She actually unwound the whole cake, and it was all over the living room floor with pieces that were bit out. So I balled it up and figured, well, since it's out, I might as well use it. So, and I knew I was going to make a cowl with it. This cowl's really pretty. I just did a mix of stitches. Let's see if I can get closer to show you. I started off over here, and this is, I don't know the name of the stitch, but I learned it from, I believe, the Unraveled Mitten did a hat with this stitch, and it is double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, and then when you do the next row, you put the single crochet into the top of the double and the double into the top of the single, and it makes like a bumpy wave, which is really, really pretty. And then I think these are half doubles, and I did star stitch, half doubles, star stitch, half doubles, and then back to that, whatever that wavy stitch is that I did right here. I think it turned out really pretty. So I made that, which is crazy because I'm making winter wear, and it has been 115 degrees outside. It is incredibly hot. So I'm dealing with that, which is probably another reason I haven't wanted to crochet. Even the pool, we have tried to go into the pool to cool off, and the pool water the other day was a whopping 95 degrees. The water itself was 95 degrees. So when you had a little bit of a wind come across you and then you got back into the water, it was gross hot. The water felt nasty. So we went and bought 60 pounds of ice and dumped that in the pool, and it brought it down to 92 degrees. It's not even worth swimming in. So we've actually had to move the beds and stuff downstairs, and me and the kids have been sleeping downstairs because it's too hot upstairs with it being 115 degrees. Oh, it's miserable. It's miserable. And since it was so hot, I had to use homespun because it was the thickest, heaviest yarn I could find. I don't know, but I After working with the bamboo pop and it being a thin yarn and I'm really, really frustrated with it, I decided to try to work with a bulky yarn so I could get a project done and feel like I was actually accomplishing something. And so I found this at another thrift store. Big shock, right? I love the thrift stores. So this is Homespun Baby, which I didn't even know existed. I mean, I'm a fan of homespun, but I didn't know Homespun Baby even existed. And there was a bag of all of these gorgeous colors. And I started off thinking I was going to make a baby blanket. I mean, it would make sense, right? It's baby yarn. And I got somewhere up to the yellow section, I think. And I showed my daughter. I said, what do you think of this? She's all, that's beautiful. I said, I know, but it's kind of looking like a shawl, which it's a triangle. I mean, it makes sense. And she's all, you should totally make that into a shawl. So I made it into a shawl. Big, beautiful, fluffy, squishy, colorful shawl. Here, I'll show you guys what it looks like on. See? So, beautiful, beautiful. Pasetta says, beautiful. Love it. There's like a weird thing here. I wasn't sure how to make it flat here. I didn't know if I wanted to just stop at a point and close it off, but I decided to make a little bit of a squared off edge right here, which I think is really neat. I actually thought about putting a button here or something. And then I just squared off the top here. And the way that I squared off the top, I don't know if you guys know how to square off the top to a corner to corner, because I sure didn't know how. I just kind of winged it, which is what I usually do. I started in the, because if you see, this is my last row of the corner to corner. So what I did is where the V is, I did a single crochet, 2 half double crochets, and then a double crochet here, and I slip stitched, chained 1, single, 2 half doubles, and a double slip stitch. And I did that all the way across, and it still kind of had a little bit of a, almost like the top of a shell would look. So it's like a little bit rounded. And to flatten that off, I did a row of single crochets across the top of that, and then I did a granny shell across the top of that, and it completely straightens that out. So if you ever wanted to make a corner to corner shawl, that's how you do it. And maybe I'll write the directions down below so you guys can see, so you can have it written down. It's easy peasy. So it's just corner to corner until I flattened it. What do you think? Isn't that gorgeous? And this will be good on those really cold days where you just want to cuddle up in front of the fireplace and, you know, have something over your shoulders. I'm actually really excited about this. This may be a Christmas gift because someone has been bugging me for a shawl. Even though I made her one, she wants another one. Yeah, my little sister. She's always asking me for stuff. I also made some hair nets, which was kind of cool. I will insert a picture. My sister works in a retirement facility, and she works with a lot of older people, and she works in the food area of the retirement center. This is not a home. It's not a home. This is a place where people go to retire, and it's a lot of big wigs from a large car company, and they retire there, and it's a really nice facility. And she works in the food section, so she has to wear a hairnet. And she asked me if I could fix her hairnet because her hairnet broke. Well, I said, well, I can actually make you a new one. It's not a big deal. So what I did is I took headbands from the Dollar Tree, just the regular, really thick elastic headbands, and I crocheted around it, and then I crocheted a net that attached to it, and they're actually really cute. she had a few people from her work ask if I could make some for them and how much they would cost. So I was like, okay, well, it didn't cost me a lot of material. I mean, $1 for the headbands, and then the cost of the yarn. I used really nice, I think it was cotton on hers, but it was like the good, like fancy cotton because she wanted it to be pretty. And I actually have some of the corn yarn that I have. I was gonna make some more with the corn yarn. And I was like, okay, well, $7 because I have to ship them to you, and that will cover my supplies. Basically, it'll give me like $1 profit. And of course, being that she's not a crafter and no one at her work is a crafter, so they don't understand how any of this works, they were upset that they had to be charged for shipping. Well, I'm not going to eat that price. I'm not gonna. And $7 for a really nice handmade hairnet that takes me about an hour to make, I don't think that's unreasonable. I really could charge 10 or 15 for them. So that's a little bit of irritation that you have to deal with when you're doing craft art. People just don't understand. And I deal with the same thing with photography. People don't understand the work and the education and the price of the equipment and the supplies that you have to make the images that they want, you know. And it's just kind of irritating. And I have heard, I haven't been on my Etsy, but I heard Etsy is doing this whole thing that's irritating everybody, that now that they want you to include free shipping, and then your stuff will show up in their search engines. And if you don't include free shipping in the United States, then you're way down the list for where you come up in search engine results. And so now everybody has to increase their prices to include the free shipping so that they're not losing money, and everybody's irritated. And I get that. People don't understand. Yeah, the yarn is expensive. Some of my yarn comes from the thrift store. Granted, this came from the thrift store. Had I purchased this yarn new, this would have been like $30 worth of yarn for the amount I used for this. Okay, you got $30. And then it took me like 3 days to make. And that's 3 days at like 4 hours sitting down. So that's 12 hours minimum that it took me to make that. And then on top of that, I have to send this. This would probably cost $10 to ship. Yeah, that all has to be included. I am not doing this for free. Yes, I enjoy doing it, but it's not for free. Come on, guys. That's my little rant. I guess I don't really have much else to talk about. I hope you enjoyed the tour. I'm really, really loving that I know where all my yarn is and all my craft supplies. And it feels a lot. My sister was here while it was still in shambles, and I did a little video view with her because I was video chatting her, and I did a little tour with her, and she goes, oh my God, it looks so much more open. I need to find a place for my Mickey Mouse. My Steamboat Willie. He doesn't have a place yet. I have to find a place for him. I tried setting him here, but his head gets in the way. So we'll see where I decide to put my little Steamboat Willie. You guys know I gotta have my Mickey Mouse out. I love Mickey Mouse. Well, I'm gonna end this video because I can hear little feet running down the stairs, which means he's gonna appear right there any second. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and stay tuned. I'm gonna put some pictures on the end that I promised in my last video of just some of the adventures we've been on this summer. All right, have a good day, guys. Bye.